What's going on, my broskiis? My name is Toadskii, back again, here to bring you guys yet another One Piece Treasure Cruise video, and today we're talking about the stuff on the Japanese side of things. They revealed some pretty cool information regarding some upcoming events in August, and in particular, a brand new Super Evolution is on the horizon, which is super exciting. We always love seeing the new Super Evolutions and what they're going to be doing to improve them and try and make them, I guess, a little bit more meta-relevant, I would say. You know, make them somewhat usable. That's what I like to see. You know, older characters that don't see play, bring them up so that they are usable in the current state of the game right now, you know. So currently what we've seen right now, most captains hover around that 4.5 times multiplier, and that's what I'm hoping we see for upcoming characters. So let's go ahead and get into it. So first of all, there was this post here put up, number one, saying what they're basically going over. So version 10.1, which I did make a video about a couple of days ago as well, just talking about the new features that are coming to the game. They're also talking about a new Summer Girls event, which is coming in next month as well, during August, which is cool because you know, it is currently summer period in Japan right now, in the Northern Hemisphere, and we were kind of expecting a summer batch related event to be coming sometime soon, and we've been waiting and nothing has been happening. So finally, the end of summer here in August, we're going to be getting a Summer Girls event, which is good. And then I don't actually know what that last point is about, but either way, we'll get to that. So scroll up to the next tweet. This is relating to the new update, right? So version 10.1 introduces some changes to Treasure Map. So right here is going to be, can I actually get this image out by itself? Yeah, this is a little bit better to see. So in this image here, you can see that there is a button which is like go to Treasure Map or whatever it is. So I don't know exactly what this button will do, but I have a feeling it's probably going to link you to the website, because there is an official website on the Japan side of things where it actually gives you a full rundown of all the boss information. Global doesn't have that for some reason. There is no version of that for Global. The official Treasure Cruise website has like a full breakdown of all the bosses, but Global never gets it. So luckily I make videos on it for you guys so you guys can understand what the bosses actually do. So another thing as well, I did talk about most of this in the other video, but there is a button now where you can actually check what the boss actually does. So it gives you a little bit of a rundown as to, you know, you're facing this specific Luffy, you click the button, you see the information. You can see that the team breakdown here is a little bit different as well. You can see that there is like the ship icon is in the center now, and that your characters are surrounding it, and they are glowing with their point value, so you can see how many points each character gives you on the treasure map, which is great. And that's one of the things that they are highlighting in this specific update. If we open up the next page now, this one just gives you just a full boosted list page, and it tells you how many points each character is worth, which I think is great. It shows you how much a character is worth, which means, you know, you might want to be putting more 1.5s, 1.3s, whatever on your team rather than 1.2s. And this is specific for treasure map, but I assume moving forward that if there is a blitz battle or any sort of ranking style event where a character is like a point booster, they're going to have this type of thing where you can see what characters, what point boost basically. And there is like a new filter function as well. There are new filters on the bottom here, which you can filter by like the same character. You can filter by if a character's point boosted or not, which obviously is pertaining to that second image. So all the point boosters are put up to the top of your screen, which I think is good. So it makes it a little bit easier for team building. Another thing that I'm not too sure if it's posted here, but it did mention in the update that there is going to be specific team slots for treasure map, which I think is also a really good function. So you don't have to waste your 8 crew spots for filling out all of your treasure map teams. So it means that if you do want to go ahead and compete in something else, or you want to go ahead and, you know, farm a Coliseum that's out while treasure map is out, you don't have to like fiddle around with your treasure map teams, which I think is really good. So thank God that's really good moving forward. Moving up to the next tweet, this is relating to the Summer Girls event. So it says 2020 Summer Girls event. So you've got Nami, Shirahoshi, Robin, and Reiju. These characters here are not new characters. These are characters that have been in the game for a while. The Nami, Robin, and Reiju are all free-to-play units. The Shirahoshi is a rare recruit, so I would think that we're going to be seeing some new characters soon, a new summer batch, whether it be the new Sugo Fest exclusive. That would be pretty cool if we see a new Summer Girl legend. I still would like to see Smoothie as a legend in the game. That would be a pretty good option to have her here as a legend for this event. Not really too sure what else they could really go with, but even like another Hancock legend. I feel like it's been a really long time since I've had a new Boa, so having her as a summer legend as well would be pretty freaking cool. So we'll have to wait and see. But it does mention that in this event you can get up to 50 rainbow gems. Now I'm not too sure if that's relating to the ranking or if that's relating to just free stuff given out. It does say, I think it is relating to how well you rank, because this first one it says about you can get like a special event title, and then this one's 50 rainbow gems, and also you can get a red ticket with 12-month release characters, so obviously that's going to be pretty awesome to get. And then other stuff is like guiding keys. You can also get these PvP scrolls, which are good for leveling up the PvP effects. And something I think this is about support rare recruits, something like that. You can get like another ticket to get a really exclusive character, which is cool. So that's what's happening. We don't have any more information about it, but I expect there to be probably some new summonable characters relating to the new event that's going to be dropping soon. So look forward to that one. But then we move on to the big news of this tweet post here. Basically, is this. This is the silhouette for the next Super Evolution character coming to One Piece Treasure Cruise, and it does not take a genius to figure out who this character is. You can see that that's obviously Luffy in the bottom corner there, and this is Jinbe's hair. This is obviously when they were in Whole Cake Island, and Jinbe was on the boat, of course, so that's really interesting. Now, of course, there's only 2 Jinbe legends in the game. There's version 1 and version 2, Int and Dex, and the Int version already has a 6+, so we can safely assume that the Super Evolution is going to be for this guy right here, V2 Jinbe. I think that this is a fantastic choice for a Super Evolution. This character, even on his initial release, a lot of people didn't like him. Basically, he is a different style version of Legend Lucy in a lot of different ways. And the thing is his special ability is the main problem with him. So he does have a limit break expansion. It does buff his captain ability, only very slightly though. It's a pretty bad expansion captain effect. Just when you compare the two, it's not that much of a difference. But his special was the big problem because it was just a really silly condition in order to fulfill, in order to get a certain boost to activate. We'll discuss what he does right now. So the original Dex Jinbe V2 is a Dex fighter powerhouse, so pretty good classes. Fighter powerhouse is always really, really good. Stats across the board are obviously going to get improved with his limit break expansion, so I'm looking forward to that. He's probably going to have close to 5,000 HP, or definitely over 2,000 attack, and yeah, definitely over 400 recovery, so I'm looking forward to that. His captain effect, so the difference between the limit break expansion and the generic captain effect is so minuscule, but basically, if you have a strength, dex, and psi character on your team, you boost strength, dex, and psi characters by 4 times if they have a matching slot, 3 times otherwise. And that was the difference between his expansion, because if you don't have a matching slot, it's 3.5 times otherwise, which is obviously a good buff, but that's literally the only thing that changes between the 2 captain effects. He also gives the 1.35 health, which is obviously really good, makes him a little bit more tanky. And then dex, recovery, and tandem slots are beneficial to your whole team. That's a great captain effect across the board, so I don't think his captain effect is actually that bad. Of course, they're going to probably increase the multipliers. I would expect that with his 6+, he would probably be a 4.5. I'm going to say he's going to be a 4.5 with a matching slot 4 times otherwise, or a 3.75 otherwise. I think that would be perfect for him, because getting matching slots for this guy isn't that big of a deal. That's actually the easy part. It's the special ability which definitely needs a huge overhaul. So, as for his Sailor effects, he will go ahead and boost the stats of Strength, Dex, Psi by 75, or the attack and HP of those characters by 75, which is good. And then all type slots are beneficial for himself. They don't really need to change, that's fine. But he's special, right? His special 10-turn cooldown, I did not realize that. 10-turn cooldown after his limit break expansion is super interesting, because if they buff it in a certain way, this could actually be super broken. But anyways, it'll go ahead and cut the HP of each enemy by 20%. It doesn't bypass defensive effects, so that would be nice if it did that. It also states that if your crew has at least 1 strength, dex, quick, psi, int, and recovery slot, it boosts the attack of strength, dex, and psi, the characters that he boosts with his captain effect, by 2.25 times for 1 turn. So in order to get that huge 2.25 times attack boost to those 3 colors, you need to have all those slots on your team at the same time. Now, in order to get that, it is extremely difficult because you have to run very specific characters in order to do it. Because getting it naturally is borderline impossible, I would say. So there are a couple ways you could do it. There are like Rare Recruit Aladdin and Rare Recruit Praline. I believe both of those characters, when you use those specials, will be able to get you those orbs. Or Raid Heracles. Raid Heracles can also give you all of those orbs, and I believe he got a buff recently on Global, which will give the effect to lock your orbs for 1 turn. So you can actually carry it over multiple rooms. Now, when you actually activate it, it also makes all those orbs beneficial to your team. So remember, he already makes recovery beneficial with his captain effect. So he makes all those type slots beneficial. So essentially, when you launch the special and you have those orbs on your team, you have a full board of matching slots and a 2.25 attack boost to your 3 colors. Now, if you don't fulfill that condition, he's just going to give you a plain old 1.75 attack boost to strength, dex, and psi. So most of the time, literally 99% of the time you use this guy, you're just going to be getting this and the health cut. So what do they need to change? Obviously, this condition is absolute crap. Just change this condition and make it a flat 2.25 boost. Or, I mean, look, we've got characters like Halloween Ace that is just a flat out 2.5 attack boost to 2 classes. I don't think it's that far of a stretch to just make him a flat out 2.5 times attack boost to those 3 colors. I think that would also be fair. And then make his health cut go through all defensive effects. Or get rid of the health cut and make him do like a crap ton of damage instead, because health cuts get interrupted a lot more than just damaging specials. So even that would be a pretty nice buff, just so you don't have to worry about, you know, the enemy interrupting you all the time. But they could either do that, or they would just make him a flat out 2.25 boost and then make all your slots like Dex recovery in tandem, because with his captain effect he makes them beneficial. That would also be really cool. If you can get a full-on attack boost plus a full board of matching slots just with this character, that would be super, super good. Honestly, I would prefer that. I would prefer him to be a 2.25 attack boost and then make all slots Dex recovery or tandem. I think that'd be good. But then again, as a sub, if you're using him as a sub, that wouldn't be as good. So I guess if you're using him as a sub, you'd rather him just be a flat out 2.5 attack boost to those 3 colors. But if you're using him as a captain, then definitely the lower boost with the Dex recovery in tandem. I mean, even imagine if you did both things. Like if you're a captain, do this. If you're a sub, do this. That'd be pretty interesting. But we'll have to wait and see. But either way, 10-tone cooldown. If they make him a 10-tone cooldown 2.25 or a 2.5 times attack boost, that would be so broken, dude. So either way, I'm super excited to see what they're going to be doing with this guy. Another thing that people were bringing up is the fact that recently on Japan, they're releasing a lot of Psy-related characters. Obviously, they released the new Sabo and the new Luffy, the new Law, of course, and people are predicting the next character to release in terms of the legend is going to be a Psy super-type character. So people are kind of predicting, what if this JINBE turns into a Psy character? He wouldn't have to change. He could probably make Psy recovery and tandem beneficial instead, and that wouldn't be that big of a deal. And then you could go ahead and run some of those other characters or whatever, but that could also be something as well that you could really look into. The fact that he becomes a side character to work with the new super type stuff coming out. Potentially, we'll have to wait and see though, but I am excited that this character is receiving a super evolution, because he definitely deserves it, and I really, really hope that he's good. And of course, when the info drops, I'll be bringing you guys a video discussing it. But hopefully you guys enjoyed the video today, and if you guys did enjoy it, make sure you go ahead and leave a like. And if you want to stay up to date with all the content I post, including more One Piece Treasure Cruise content, make sure to hit the subscribe button down below. But on that, guys, I'll see you guys within the next video.